Good morning, everyone. It's Lynn Dunn from Stamptastic Designs. Thanks so much for joining me today. So today I have some card ideas I want to share featuring just the beautiful butterflies suite. So I have a variety of products I'll be using from that suite. But if you haven't seen this particular suite, it's in the new mini catalog. And there's just so many fun things that you can do with this particular suite. So on Wednesday, I shared just kind of some fun fold cards. So I'll share those with you guys again today. And today we're just going to do some simple cards, just some different layering, coloring, things like that with this particular suite. So good morning. Good morning. So this is the suite. Or I should say the bundle. Let me make this a little bit bigger here. So this is the bundle we're going to play with. It's called Beautiful Butterflies. And of course, it has a variety of fun little butterfly images in here. And then this particular bundle comes with a coordinating die set. So there's all kinds of dies in here that you can use to cut out the images. But you can also use these dies to create some just unique cards. And I'll show you those cards from my Wednesday video. I created some actual butterfly shaped cards. So if you haven't seen that video, I did link to it in the description with this video. So you can go take a peek at those. But I'll give you a little sneak peek today as well. And so in this particular bundle, so besides the dies here and the stamp set, there is an embossing folder, and it's a hybrid embossing folder, which means that you can cut and emboss at the same time. So you just lay the die into your embossing folder, and then you put your paper, whatever you're going to use, on top, and you close this up and you send this through your embossing machine, and it will cut and emboss at the same time. So I really love the hybrid embossing folders. All right, so these are two of the cards that I'm just going to walk you through. They're just very simple designs, but I really wanted to just kind of highlight the embossing folder, highlight some of the pattern paper. So in this particular suite, I will show you some of the pattern paper here. They have the beautiful bokeh. So if you haven't seen the bokeh technique, it's kind of this out of focus type background. So it has these little spots on here. And you can actually create this bokeh design by using some white craft ink. So I do have a video actually on how to do the bokeh technique if you want to stamp it yourself. But this paper already has it, so no need to stamp it yourself. You can just use any of these papers and create just a really fun look. So I actually did some embossing on the designer paper. So on this yellow paper here. And then this is what the back of the papers look like. So it has like some like little splatter images, the bokeh design, just really pretty papers that you can use. Not just with this suite, you can use it with any suite. So, all right, you guys. So I'm going to take you through these projects, and then I'm going to show you some additional samples that I have. So this is one of the first cards actually that I made with this particular bundle. I just really wanted to highlight some of the different layers in that you can create with the dies and with the embossing folder. So the first thing I did is I just cut a piece of the designer paper. So I'm just going to cover the entire card front. So this piece is 4¼ by 5½ inches. And it's just one of the beautiful bokeh designer series papers. So you can see this is the back side. And we're just going to add this right to the front. So the nice thing about this is that you can use any colors. So the whole pack of paper has, what is it, 4 or 6 different colors? I can't even remember, 4, maybe 5. All right, so we're just going to add that to the front. And then what I did is I took a 4 by 5 inch piece of white cardstock, and I just embossed it with that hybrid embossing folder. And then this piece, I just adhered it on an angle. So I just wanted a little bit of the blue showing through and just kind of a little different design instead of everything being symmetrical. Sometimes I have trouble doing non-symmetrical designs. Um, so I'm working on it. So this one is just going to kind of go on this angle like this. So we'll adhere that. And then I cut out a variety of different butterflies. So in this particular bundle of products, there are, like I said, the hybrid embossing folder. So I cut this out of a piece of the designer paper. So so this is the designer paper piece. So I ran that through the embossing machine and cut that out. And same thing with this. This is a different die from that bundle. So all I'm doing basically is just layering these two dies together. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here and we'll layer these together. So I really like the layered look. I don't know if you guys like the layered look, but I like the layered look of the butterflies. And then basically what I did is just adhered this to the card front right over that butterfly that is on the embossing. So let me get some dimensionals on here. So I like to emboss designer paper, especially if it has a small pattern like this does, because this particular pattern paper has so many different colors in it. So it kind of saves you from having to, do any ink blending because all the ink blending is done for you on this pattern paper. So you have a variety of different ink colors. And then we'll just adhere it right over this butterfly that is on the paper. And then for the greeting, I just used a 1/2 inch wide. I have a lot of 1/2 inch wide scrap pieces of white cardstock. And I'm using some Night of Navy ink just to kind of add a little bit of dark blue in here. And we'll just add this little birthday greeting. So I just stamp it on my scrap piece of paper and then I cut this out. Just trim it down. And then this will go right here. But I actually added some ribbon. And so this ribbon that I'm using is from a different suite, and I have to think about what it's from. But it's some gold, like gold trim, and it's just really pretty ribbon, very easy to use. So I just want to add a little bit behind this greeting. And it's pretty wide. I think this is 1.5 inches wide. So I just cut this in half. And then we're just going to adhere it behind the greeting like this. So I'm going to just trim some of this off here. And let's grab a little dimensional first. So we'll add a little dimensional here because that's about where I'm going to put my greeting. And let's get some glue on here. Ooh, hang on to it. And we will add some glue, some more glue, just to hold this down. Let's get this on the dimensional first. And then we'll push this down. There we go. I gotta hold that for a second till it adheres. And that's basically what I did is just added a little bit of ribbon in here and then added that butterfly. So I'm going to have to add a little bit more glue, it looks like. Let's get a big bunch of glue in there. Okay, so while that is drying, so this is basically all there is to it to this card. And then on the inside, I just added another little sentiment and some of the leftover pattern paper. I think I might have it now. Nope, I got to set something on this. I'm going to set a thing on there. There we go. So we'll let that dry. But that's basically what you do is you just adhere this across, add your little bit of trim or ribbon behind it, and that's it. So it's a pretty simple card to make, and it's a great way to just kind of showcase the pattern paper and some of the different die cut shapes. So the second card idea, I just wanted to focus on some more of the layering, but I did emboss the designer paper this time. So in the previous one, I just embossed a piece of white cardstock. And this time I used a piece of that designer paper. So let me grab all my stuff. So I started with a piece of white cardstock. And actually what I did is I ran this piece of paper through the embossing machine. So this covers the entire card front. So it's 5.5 by 4.25 inches. And then I die cut out that center piece. Let me grab that. So this is actually what it looked like when it went through the embossing machine. And I used the die so that it cut and embossed at the same time. So I have this extra butterfly here. And so we are going to add this to the card front. So you can see this is the back of the paper. But I really like using the embossing machine. Oh, I got some puppies in here, guys. Sorry about that. I swear every time I go live, the dogs get the zoomies. It never fails. Let me put up the gate. Hold on a second. All right, my husband has it. They always get the zoomies about this time, and they start running through the house. So I have two little Shih Tzu puppies. That's who you hear in the background. All right. So, anyways, so this is on our card front now. And then what I did is I just cut a white butterfly. So I just embossed a piece of white cardstock. You could actually use the butterfly from that other card that we made. And we're just going to add this right in the center here. So we'll put some of these. Yeah, they just want to have fun too. Well, they are having fun. Zooming all over the place. All right. So I just added that little layer in here, kind of in that section. So that's the fun thing is you can cut out a variety of different butterfly colors and you can mix and match the colors. So we have a yellow background and then we have our little white butterfly. And then I just cut a different butterfly from a piece of Daffodil Delight cardstock. And then this is going to go right in here. And on this one, I actually used the same designer paper, but here I'm using just cardstock. So, and then I used up some of the scrap pieces of designer paper. So this is about 1 inch wide. It's 3.25 inches long. And I'm just going to add my little greeting with a little bit of early espresso ink. So let's add that. And we'll add our greeting. And we are also going to add the ribbon. So this time it's going to be a little bit easier to add the ribbon, and I'll show you why. So we're going to add this little trim or this ribbon behind here. Let's cut that. And we are going to line this up, and we're going to add some dimensionals to this. And the dimensionals will hold the ribbon in place and then also hold this in place across our card. We'll add a bunch of these. And we'll add one more down here. So that'll hold that in place. I'm going to trim this off right away, off this edge. I just thought this gold colored ribbon, oh, I know what it's from. It's from the Wildflower Birthday, I think, is where this trim comes from. But I just thought it worked really well with these butterflies. So we'll put this off to the side here. And then I actually added some of these little gold gems. And these came from the paper pumpkin kit that we just had. That beautiful paper pumpkin kit. So I had some leftover gems and I thought, well, they go really good with this gold trim. So that's what I'm using. So you can decorate, with whatever embellishments you have. And so that is what that card looks like. And then on the inside, I'm going to just move this over here. I think on the inside, I added some of the same embossed paper that I used on the outside, embossed a little piece to just kind of decorate the inside. So just another very simple way to use this paper and to use just some of the butterflies, layering those butterflies together. All right, and then this last card idea that I want to walk you through is, I think this is probably one of my favorite ways to use this. I love just the boldness of this coloring on this butterfly. And so I'm going to show you how to make this. So we're going to start actually by stamping the butterfly. And as soon as I find the butterfly, it's a pretty big image. So we're going to stamp this, and you can use black ink. I like to use early espresso. I just kind of feel the early espresso ink stamps better than my black memento ink. And now that I say that, it probably won't stamp good, but you can definitely use black. But I'm using the early espresso here. So you're going to stamp your image, and then you're going to color it in with some watercolor pencils. So I have some Daffodil Delight and Pumpkin Pie watercolor pencils, and then I have a blender pen, and that's basically what we're going to do is we're going to color this. And you don't really have to get too particular with your coloring. You just need to get some color into the spots where you want color. So I just want color kind of in these long areas here. And then the outer areas, these little outer dots, I'm just going to leave white. So we're just going to add some yellow in here. And I'm going to focus on the outer parts. So notice how I'm not coloring necessarily all of it in. I'm just adding a little bit of yellow. Because then after I add this yellow, we're going to go back and we're going to add some orange. And let's add some over here. Okay, I think that's probably good. Now we're going to take the orange, we're going to add it on this side. And I'm going to bring the orange out, kind of fan it out as I go around the body of the butterfly. So you just want to get a little bit of yellow, a little bit of orange in each of these spots. That's basically what I'm doing. And then the magic is going to happen when we use the blender pen to draw out this color. So I think I got it all. Oh, I think I missed one here. I'll add a little bit orange there. All right, and so now we're just going to use this blender pen. These blender pens are pre-filled with a solution. And I say a solution because I don't know what it is, but it's pre-filled, and you're just going to pull. So you're going to start with the orange. Well, I think I might need a different one here. Let's see. Let's try this. There we go. So you're just going to pull the color. You're going to start with the orange, and you're just going to pull it down into the yellow. And then that will help you color in the entire little section here. So you just take it and pull in the color. And you're going to do this in each of the little sections. And you can already see how it just um, kind of gives you that, just, I guess, the blended look compared to these other ones that I haven't done yet. So you can see how it just kind of pulls that orange like through the yellow, and it softens those lines from the watercolor pencil. And it just gives a really pretty look. Of course, I was trying to go for the look of a monarch, with these colors. That's kind of where I was going with this. But I just love that orange and yellow colors together. Just kind of spreading these out. We'll just go all the way around. Of course, you can use any coloring tools to color this butterfly, but I just thought the watercolor pencils were a nice way to just blend in these two different colors. All right, so I think I got it all. So that's basically what it looks like then after you color it in. And then there's a die in the set. So that same die that fits in this embossing folder is also the die that will cut out this particular image. So I do have an image that I already colored. So we're not going to cut that out, but that does cut out this particular image. So now we can put our card together. And what we're going to do is I kind of went with, I guess, the same background. This is an embossed piece of designer paper. So this is the back of the designer paper. And this paper is 4¼ by 5½. So I'm just covering the whole entire card front. We will add this. We'll cover the card front. And then our butterfly is just going to get popped up right over the top of this one. So we'll just add a couple little pieces here. And then we'll just stamp a greeting. So again, very simple card idea. So we'll add that, and look how pretty that looks, just like that. Just really brings out the yellow in the butterfly. And so now we'll add our greeting. We'll just use that same greeting, time to celebrate. And so this is a 1 inch wide piece of, actually, it's just a scrap piece of this pattern paper, the same pattern paper that I embossed. That's in the background here. And then we'll just add our little bit of trim to this. So let's grab a piece of this. And we'll put some dimensionals on part of this. Let's see, which way is my greeting going? Okay. So we're going to add some dimensionals kind of towards the bottom here. And maybe one more here. Okay. So let's trim this off. And then we'll add this. Let's add a little bit of glue in here. Part of this is going to hang on to the butterfly. All right. And so that's what the card looks like. So pretty simple, but just really a beautiful card. And then on the inside, did I decorate this one? I just added a little bit of scrap pieces of pattern paper on the inside. And then, of course, you can add whatever gems and things that you want to add. So let's bring these back. So here are the cards. And then I'm going to show you just a couple other card ideas. So these are the ones that I walked you through, these 3. Where are my other ones? So you can also use the pattern paper. So here's just a couple more ideas where I just embossed the pattern paper, just different colors, and added just a very simple greeting. So, this, whoop. Hi there, guys. I don't know why that happened. Oh. Well, let's go back. Oh, I tell you, today is just an interesting day. Oh, somehow this got messed up. So let me remove myself here for a second. There we go. Okay. I don't know what happened there, but so here is, let's go through these card ideas before I lose you guys. So here is what, just some other ideas. Just emboss that pattern paper and just add your little greeting and embellishments. So those are just some different colors. And then where's the other one? This one I actually got as a swap. This was from Lynn Feldkamp. So she sent me this one as a swap, just a really pretty card idea. And then I have these other card ideas. These are from my Wednesday video. So these are the butterfly shaped cards. So there's a very large die in this particular set. So let me see if I can grab that quick. So this particular die right here is the one I used to create the butterfly shaped cards. So it does have some notches in the top of the die that enable you to kind of do some partial die cutting without just simply by using the die. It'll just kind of score and create these lines. So I created these little butterfly cards. So that's a full butterfly card. And then this one is just the card front that you can create. You can create the butterfly card front. And of course, I did it in 2 different styles. So this one is the layered look, and then this one is the one that I colored with the watercolor pencils. So just lots of fun things that you can do with this particular bundle with all of the things in this particular suite. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, you can find um, the link to the butterfly shaped cards. I did provide the link to that video in the description with this video. So you can go out there and take a look at how to create those butterfly cards. They're very easy to create. The die makes it so easy to create. So, all right, you guys. So I think I had enough bloopers in this video. I may have to put together a little blooper video, I guess. So I will get these card ideas up on the blog for you guys later today, so you'll get all the measurements and things. But yeah, definitely take a look at this particular suite. If you love butterflies, it really is a beautiful and fun suite to play with. So I hope you guys are inspired to create with the set if you have it. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day and a great week. And I will see you guys again next week. So take care, everyone.